When this stuff is over, you're gonna be looking back at this and being like, dang, that was some crazy stuff.
Dad, somebody just broke in.
What? Go back to the house.
Is anybody helping us?
It's the end of the world.
Mommy!
Let's go.
Why is nobody helping us?
Dark sky drill. What is all this about? Let's take a look. Wisconsin to use National Guard in long-term power outage drill. Door-to-door wellness checks. The National Guard says the training exercise is to prepare for possible attack on the state's infrastructure, and not to be surprised about the military presence and increased emergency personnel during this exercise. Also, the editor's notes, I think, are on point, because the drills have a nasty tendency to turn into the real thing.
In the exercise, Dark Sky, the National Guard will also canvass the area, making door-to-door health and welfare checks.
They will only be asking preparedness questions. They won't be coming into the house, and they won't be collecting any personal information at all.
What happens if my power would be out for 24, 48, 72 hours, or maybe 37 days?
The National Guard and other agencies in Wisconsin will test its preparedness and communication in 5 northeast Wisconsin counties over 3 days in Midway.
It is a very real possibility, and we have a fading infrastructure in this country. And now we have the mainstream reporting that Madison, Wisconsin's National Guard is coming together to prepare for a possible long-term mass power outage. This is going to be a big full-scale drill. It's going to go down for 3 days, and they're dubbing this Dark Sky. It's going to happen between May 15th through the 17th in Brown, Calumet, Dane, Fond du Lac, Milwaukee, and other counties in the region. Utility companies, law enforcement, first responders are all going to be a part of this power outage simulation. The National Guard says that the public may notice the military and an increased presence of them and emergency personnel during this exercise. They're saying that their emergency management community must be prepared to deal with a myriad of scenarios and challenges posed by a long-term mass power outage. And by training together, they can continue to build meaningful relationships and try to help solve the problem if it does happen as quickly as possible. Now, with this, the increased presence of military and everyone else, you have to pay attention to what's going on here. In Omro, the National Guard is going to be going door to door to conduct welfare checks as part of this training. So if you guys are out there in that region, any residents in Omro, you can expect to see soldiers going around the neighborhoods on May 16th, knocking on doors, and what they're saying is passing out emergency preparedness information during the afternoon hours. Again, this training exercise is scheduled for the 15th through the 17th. If you read this article, they state this is going to be responding to an attack on their infrastructure.